The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Ready? Bravo 80.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7 yards there at a first down.
The Seahawks at 4-3, a game over 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Edwards. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Los Angeles.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Up the middle they go. It's Norris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Edwards. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Looking to throw. Edwards. And that is incomplete.
It's third down and less than a yard.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Norris. And he is going to have a Rams first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Edwards. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw. Edwards. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Sweeney. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ready up.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 70 Lion. Let's go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Nelson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Got it. Ready.
3rd and 2.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Norris. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Edwards off the play fake. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Edwards. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Okay, break.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. Up 14-0. Points here. They can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Edwards. He finds his man. Complete. That's Morrison.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw here. End zone caught. Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Rams nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw is Edwards from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over
Hawk
first
70,
and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 65 catch, 65. Let go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. For the left side, it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go, set. Ready, ready?
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0.
Taken at about the 1.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the 1st half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the 2nd half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
That's good. The Rams first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Nelson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Edwards. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Edwards. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Rams 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here we go, Scott. Let's go.
2nd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Nelson. Now the ball comes loose. And he's going to have the Rams first down as he's able to get this out past the 40.
Recovered by the offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Off play action. Edwards. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. They go play action here on 1st down. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Edwards. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Rams 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, you keep advancing the ball down the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throw left side complete. That's Ramirez. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him out of man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
25-yard line.
He'll drop the throw. And he's got it. Into the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. On first down, it's Nelson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, Edwards. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Come, 18 left.
Back to throw. Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Edwards. Wide open receiver complete. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now Edwards from the gun on third down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
Accelerating, and off he goes.
He's to the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.